Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. Of course, I got a special guest back in the building, Cory Spinks. Champ, I just wanted to get your thoughts very quickly on what we saw here last night. We saw Teofimo Lopez versus Jamaine Ortiz. Fairly interesting fight. And I always like to pick your brain in situations like this because what we saw was Jamaine Ortiz utilize a lot of movement. He boxed well. It seemed like many people felt that he was up and winning that fight. Teofimo Lopez, of course, was the aggressor. Neither one of them landed a lot of punches, but it felt like to me, and this is just my personal opinion, that Jamaine Ortiz had done enough to win that fight, but unfortunately, he lost 15-13 on two cards, and then on the other one, 117-111, which was shocking to me. What's your thoughts on that, champ?
Well, he boxed beautifully. You know what I'm saying? It takes me back for when I boxed the mess out of Jermaine.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I did more, but they still gave it to the champ. But I think the way, when it comes to taking the title, people say, you have to do a little bit more. You have to go take the title. But this boxing, you know what I'm saying? He did what the sport means. He boxed and didn't get hit. So you know, I think he boxed it beautifully, man. But you know, that's how the judges synced it. You know what I'm saying? I think he should have put a little bit more hurt on T.O. He'd have probably got it in his favor. But by being, inactive and just moving and not really doing anything, they swung it T.O. way because T.O. was the aggressor. T.O. kept coming forward, but to me, I think he outboxed T.O. You know what I'm saying? T.O. got a lot of problems dealing with boxers,
Yeah.
and it's something that has to be corrected before you even think about messing with Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, I mean, he struggled with Sandor Martin. He looked phenomenal against Josh Taylor. And I keep telling people that, and I know you know this, styles make fights, and certain styles can give a fighter trouble. And you shouldn't just use whatever you've seen out of a fighter in their last fight and judge them based solely off of that. Because based solely off of its performance against Josh Taylor, everybody thought Tio was a monster. So much so that I think he was like an 11-1 or something like that at one point favorite.
Yeah,
So I just feel like, hey, he looked good, but he was matched up with an opponent that made him look good in Josh Taylor just from a stylistic standpoint. And I think he might be in trouble at 140 now. What's your thoughts on that?
well, style makes fights. You know what I'm saying, and that's not to say that T.O. is not a terrific fighter because every fighter has a style that they have problems with. You know what I'm saying? They probably can
Mm-hmm.
just be the style T.O. have a problem with.
Yeah.
You know, some people have problems with pressure fighters. You know what I'm saying? It's 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 just a style that he has a problem with that he needs to work on to get better dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But it's not taking anything away from Teofimo Lopez. I think he's a terrific fighter. I always have, even when he was amateur. He just needs to correct some things, and you can never stop learning in this game, no matter what you achieve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He needs to learn what he should have been have learn how to cut off the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no matter, because I'm pretty sure that he has been taught that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people just forget about it and just can't do it.
Yeah. Do you,
Because with previous fights with Cambosis and all of that, people were saying the same thing. And I'm pretty sure he went to the gym and worked on it, but some people just it just goes out the window.
Yeah. Do you still? Well, I don't know if you ever did, but do you believe he's the number one pound or the number one fighter at 140 pounds?
No, because you got. I don't think no one has solidified themselves yet as the top ranking 140 pounder. Because
Hmm.
you got Delvin there. They have to. You have to compete against each other to see who's the top guy at 140. So
Yeah.
it's an open book to me. So it's up for the grabs.